Update on the dumpster fire, also known as the Backyard Renovation Phase 1, or what we're gonna call Phase 1, is complete. I ended up trenching another line along the landscape bed. Some more MP rotators there, and now I've got head-to-head coverage here in this area right here. So over there we have a total of 8 heads in 2 different zones, and this area right here we have 2 zones, 1 line. Actually, both lines have 7 heads each, and they are throwing back and forth to each other, head-to-head coverage along the sides and going this way. We're good. The other thing I ended up doing, and don't judge me on this, okay? Did the best I could. Whatever. Back off. So this is zone 1 that goes along the edge of the yard here. Zone 2 goes to the landscape bed along there. Zone 4 is this line right up through here. And zone 5 is the line that goes this way. I had 1 extra valve. What was I going to do with it? My idea was I would trench yet another line and have it go pop up in the landscape bed and have just kind of a above ground portable system that I could kind of lay out there and customize the way I need it for whatever plants I was going to plant there. And then I thought maybe with that one I could also run it over to our future garden area right there. But I already had a spigot above the ground right here, which tapped into the main line right there where you see it capped off. So it came off here and straight into the main line, so that it teed off, connected, ran out to the spigot. So what I did was I disconnected that and I plumbed it to go to this valve right here. So this is my zone 3. So now that is on a valve that I can control by the irrigation box, and I'll do like I said, I'll connect a system to this spigot right here and customize it, make it an above ground system or a drip system that'll go into the garden area there. And I can set that up on the app, the Beehive Pro app, to be controlled by the irrigation control box. And yeah, that'll give me the irrigation I need for the landscape bed and the garden area, controlled by that valve and the app on my phone. Good idea, bad idea, I don't know. I'm using what I got and not having to trench another line. So there we go. We're gonna see how all that plays out. Hey there, fella. Where are you off to in such a hurry? But enough about all that. Let's get into the meat of this video and do a deep dive on the MP rotators. Not rotors, rotators. I not only had a few comments asking for me to do a deep dive on these, but a few of my neighbors actually wanted to know more about these, so here we are. Let's do a good old chapter and verse on the MP rotators. Probably the biggest selling point about the MP rotators is the idea about not only saving money, but conserving water as well. Hunter talks about how with these nozzles, you're gonna cover the same area as traditional spray heads, but as the name implies, these nozzles rotate so that you get as precise as possible with your coverage. So you get a uniformed pattern and coverage area out of the MP rotators, and it's a lower application rate than your other traditional nozzles at about 4/10 of an inch per hour, which is going to allow for better water penetration down into the soil. Your traditional spray heads and nozzles. Alright, neighbors' dogs obviously don't want me filming near their side of the fence, so let's go over here. Alright, there. Maybe now they'll leave me alone. Now, honestly, traditional spray heads and nozzles like the ones I have in my front yard, I thought those were pretty efficient and doing a pretty good job. When you start to do a deep dive on irrigation, you learn a thing or two. The thing about traditional spray heads is they deliver a constant spray of water And that is an inefficient pattern which can lead to overwatering in certain parts of your yard and not watering enough in others. And most of the time people are just gonna let those things run, myself included, until they think they've hit the root zone. That results in wasteful runoff, and it's not efficient. And that's one of the things that just sets the MP rotators apart. They apply water slower, which allows for a deeper root penetration. And so because of all of this, Hunter recommends that you double your runtime, but that does not mean that you're actually doubling the amount of water that you are using. The other thing about traditional heads and nozzles is they tend to have a mist type pattern to them. Those can easily get jacked up by a good wind. MP rotators, they're designed to cut through wind and reduce the amount of watering you're doing on the concrete. You have 3 different radius ranges for the MP rotators. You've got the MP 1000, which is what all of mine are. Those can do 8 to 15 feet. The MP 2000s, those can do 13 to 21 feet, and the MP 3000s, those are gonna do 22 to 30 feet. And obviously I don't need MP 3000s for this backyard right here, but if the property were larger, I might go up to the MP 3000s and get the whole 22 to 30 feet thing going on. But MP 1000s, perfect for my little backyard. Each one of those models is gonna have 3 different adjustable arcs, either 90 to 210 degrees, 210 to 270 degrees, or a dedicated full 360 degrees. They even have little side strip and corner strip nozzles if you got a little park strip where you're trying to get grass to grow or plants or whatever the case may be. That is the basic overview of the MP rotators, and trust me, it gets a whole lot nerdier than that with precipitation rates and all that kind of stuff, but I would encourage you to go check out Hunter's website, do a deep dive for yourself. There they do a really good job of not only describing and going into detail on all the nerdy stuff behind these things, but they have some videos to back it up as well as far as adjustments and those kinds of things, so go check that out. And no, Hunter is not paying me or endorsing me for any of this kind of mess. I just thought it would be cool to do a good old chapter and verse on them, and it's been a while since I've done one of those, so there you go. Next step for the dumpster fire, aka the backyard renovation, it's gonna be a bit of a controversial one. It's one that, yeah, we'll save that for another video, but I think that's gonna do it for this one. Phase 1, irrigation, pretty squared away, pretty happy with it. Things are working great, nothing's leaking, knock on wood, and yeah, functioning as it should. If you like this video, thumbs up, drop the comments in the comment section below on any questions you might have on the rotators. Maybe somebody else watching and reading the comments can help us out there. Get the conversation going. That's what I enjoy most about these. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Keep on keeping on, and I will catch you in the next one.